April is all about spring cleaning and getting your craft supplies organized. Plus, I have a fun new release to share with you. Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and it is really hard to believe that April is just around the corner, and I cannot wait to share with you exciting things that are coming up in April. I have a new release that is all themed around faith, and I cannot wait to share more with you. Plus, it is the most popular month of the year because we are focusing on organization over on Patreon, and I am excited about all of the good things I have in store over there. So if you want to find out more about why April is going to be fantastic, then stay tuned. It is starting to get a little bit warmer outside, definitely signs of spring, which always gets me in the mood for some spring cleaning organization. And that is what we are going to focus on in April over on my Patreon group. It is going to be a fabulous month, spring cleaning, destashing, decluttering, and organizing all of your craft supplies that have started to overwhelm and multiply almost overnight. Let me share with you a few of the exciting things that we are going to be doing over on Patreon. First off, we are going to have a 30-day Destash challenge that is designed to motivate you to start going through all of your supplies, destashing the things that you are not using so that you can highlight those supplies that inspire and spark your creativity. 30 days of tips and tricks and motivations from yours truly, plus a fun challenge with a group, a community, a wonderful, amazing collection of people that will all be going through the same thing with you. So we're going to spend 30 days really working hard, going through our stuff and helping to motivate each other along the way. Like I said, daily tips and tricks, and that is for every tier of Patreon. All tiers are going to get that 30-day challenge, and it's going to be fantastic. Along with the 30-day Destash challenge, every tier of Patreon also receives a Create Book printable. This is my Create Book. It's a cover that I designed. You can use any cover you want, and the printables are offered in different sizes depending on how you like to work in your planner. The month of April promises to be a good one. So every tier gets these printables. The top 2 tiers of Patreon receive these printables in a really nice quality paper, already cut and punched and ready to go. But these printables take you through the whole month. They give you a place to kind of collect your thoughts, collect your notes, and inspire you. You get fun pages to work on along the way because, of course, it's not all about organization. We organize so that we can craft, and then we craft, and then we need some more organization. It's kind of one of those crazy loops that comes and goes all of the time in our little creative world. You have checklists to work through. You have note pages as you see some of the videos that are coming up. You're going to want to take notes to see what you can apply to your space. There's fun lettering challenges as well, a monthly highlights page, including a scrapbook page and currently page. And then we get into some of these are all of the fun. Dream trash day. Yes, please. What are you ready to discard from your room or from your life? Here we get into the 30-day organization challenge. Again, this is going to be available for all tiers of Patreon, and there's going to be daily posts over on Patreon that are here to remind you and inspire you. We have our decluttering challenge that is happening and a place to really start to dig into your crafting inventory. I actually have a whole video about how to use this so that you're not actually taking an inventory of everything in your space, because that would be a lot, but this is going to tell you those categories that you're really going to want to dig into. And then, of course, at the end, a wonderful certificate of achievement because you worked hard this month and you deserve a certificate. I love the Create Book. It is so fun. It's fun to see it grow throughout the year. And it's a great place to kind of keep all of your creative notes from the month. And this month is so chock full of information and inspiration that you are definitely going to want to have this so that you can keep track of all of the ideas that you want to apply to your space. All right, the yellow tier and up is where you really start digging into a ton of extra content over on Patreon. There are 8 exclusive videos coming up in April that are all dedicated to cleaning and organizing. And I had such a fun time making these videos. I cannot wait for you to see them. There's one video dedicated to the Destash challenge, talking you through how it works, how to stay motivated, what happens if you kind of fall off the horse, which we all will do at some point during the month, just walking you through each step of the Destash challenge and giving you some tips and tricks for how to decide what to destash and what to do with all of those items after the fact. Then we dive into some specific categories of organization. We're going to really take a really close look at paper organization, how I categorize it, how I organize it, how I decide what I need to see and what I don't need to see, really digging into some of those things you need to consider instead of just putting things on the shelf, coming up with a plan that makes sense. Then we're going to do the same thing with stickers. There are all kinds of stickers, sticker books, loose stickers, sticker sheets, all kinds of stickers. I'm going to walk you through how I think through my sticker storage. Mixed media is one of those crazy categories that includes so many different things. It can be really overwhelming. We're going to walk through mixed media organization, some solutions and tips and tricks, and then a video that's all about kind of the odds and ends, those pieces that are some of the extra pieces that you have in your craft room, whether it's, some extra materials, some extra hobbies, things like that. Odds and ends organization is where a lot of us tend to get lost. We're good at the bigger categories. What about those smaller categories? Then what I'm really excited about are some of the videos that deal a little bit more with some theories behind organization. Creating a rotation system is something I believe in wholeheartedly. And so I have a whole video dedicated to how you can create a rotating system of supplies in your craft space. We're going to do a deep clean with me as I get my studio organized and ready for the spring. And then craft tool maintenance. It may not be glamorous, but it's something that we all need to do from time to time to make sure that your tools are working for you. So we're going to dive into a video on what you need to maintain and how you need to do it. All right, so far, 30-day Destash challenge, the Create Book printables, 8 exclusive content videos available only on Patreon at the yellow tier and up. And then something I'm really excited about. What I love most about Patreon is the community that is being built over there. It is a fabulous group of individuals, and I cannot say enough about just how welcoming and wonderful the group is. Throughout the month of April, you're going to have a chance to share some questions, some pictures of your space, asking for specific advice. You'll get advice from me, and you'll probably get advice from a few of the others in the group that are also expert organizers. It's a great sounding board, a great safe space to share and start to get some feedback on your space. Sometimes you just need a fresh set of eyes, and I would be more than happy to take a look at your space. So that is something else that is happening over on Patreon throughout the month of April. It's going to be pretty fantastic. So please, if your space has been overwhelming you, if it is too much to handle right now, or if you just know in your heart of hearts it needs a few tweaks to really elevate it and have it be the inspiring space that you've always dreamed of, April is the month for you to head on over to Patreon. So I have the link down below. You can start your 7-day free trial today so that you are all ready to go in April. Everything kicks off on April the 1st. That's when all the printables will be available. That's when the first video is posted. You're going to want to head over to Patreon, join by April the 1st. If you have any questions, make sure to let me know down below. But also, I have another little sneak peek of some releases coming up in April. Let's check those out. I am certainly passionate about organization, but I'm also passionate about my faith and working in my faith planner to really get the most out of my devotional time. And so this month's inserts are designed to help you in your faith journey, and I cannot wait to share them with you. So let me kind of shift. Both of the inserts that I'm releasing this month are available in all 3 sizes. The first one that we're going to look at is the prayer journal insert. I very much prefer to journal my prayers. I like to write prayers out in letter form to God. It's just what I've done for the longest time. It makes me feel so good, makes me feel so connected. And so I designed an insert to help you organize your prayers. We have a space up here for the date. You have an area where you can start writing out your prayers. Verse of the day, I always think it's important within a prayer to reflect back to the Bible, to the Word of God. So your verse of the day right here can be a really important jumping off point as you dig into your prayer. And then gratitude. Listing gratitude every day just makes the biggest difference. And there's perhaps no better time to list your gratitude than when you are praying. So we have the prayer journal insert. It is double-sided, so you have one per day. It is in 3 different sizes. So this is the venti size. It's 8.5 by 11, 50 double-sided pages. I just love the font here. I think it is beautiful. The lines are really well spaced, so there's plenty of room to write. And the fact that it's double-sided just is the best. I feel like this is more than enough room to write a prayer for the day. Love it. So that is the venti size, 8.5 by 11. Then we also have the grande size. This is most likely the size that I will be using in my faith planner. Same format. You have room to write. You have room for your date up here, verse of the day, and gratitude. Double-sided. So again, it's enough for 100 days with 50 double-sided pages. And then we also have it in the tall size. And here's my thinking. I know some of you just love the tall size, which is 4.625 by 7, kind of sized with the mini Happy Planner size. This one's formatted ever so slightly. I love the thought of a planner of this size by your bed, a tall size planner that maybe you take to and from church because these planners might feel too big. That's why I think the tall size is fantastic. You have room for the date, you have room to write right here, and then I moved the verse of the day and gratitude to the bottom because it just made sense instead of like a really skinny column right here. This made a little bit more sense for room to write. Again, double-sided. This might be where you're keeping prayer lists. If you're someone that prefers to pray in a different way instead of journaling, this might just be a reference point to make sure that you are praying for the people that you intend to pray for the subject matter, all of that business. That might be a great option for you. But I really do see this as more of the portable option, the one that you can toss in your purse, take to Bible study with you, take to church with you. I think that is a fantastic option for the tall size. So that is the prayer journal insert. Of course, it's all printed on that really, really nice buttery paper that I love. I am a paper snob. I like paper that feels thick and nice. This one is going to hold up to your fancy pens. It's going to hold up to decorating. If you want to decorate your prayer pages, it's going to hold up to all of the things. So I love this paper so much. Now, along kind of the same vein, we have the prayer journal insert and then faith notes. And this came as a result of the fact that I do better when I take notes. I was like that in school. I can't just sit and listen to a lecture, but if I'm actively taking notes, it really helps things sink in a little bit deeper, which is why I designed these. I love taking notes during sermons. I take my faith planner to church on Sundays, and I often take notes during the sermon. It just helps me really stay engaged with what's happening, and it gives me something to reflect on later in the week. So I designed these faith notes. Let's take a look at this insert. So here's what we got. We got the faith notes here at the top, some sections to get you organized. The topic, author, speaker, series, and date. I designed these with sermon notes in mind. However, this isn't just for Sundays. Some of you love to listen to podcasts based around different faith subjects. Some of you love to do some different devotionals. This actually works well for containing your notes for some of those smaller things. I plan to use these with my illustrated faith devotionals, probably 4 to 5 a month of the papers to do like a week at a time. So you can list the topic of what you're studying, the author or the speaker. So maybe you're a pastor, maybe a guest pastor, maybe the author of a particular devotional. Does it belong to a larger series? So for me, when I'm breaking down the weeks of a illustrated faith devotional, I'll put the series name, the title of the whole month, and then the topic will be that particular week, and then the date that you're studying. On the front, it's designed to kind of gather some of the highlights of what you were taking notes on. So you have scripture references right here and first, so you can list out all the scripture that's being referenced throughout the sermon, throughout the devotional. Vocabulary. Oftentimes, we're coming across Greek words, Hebrew words, bigger religious words that we may or may not understand. I often have to spend time looking up things, and so having a list of key vocabulary right here is pretty important for me. Main points. What were some of the big takeaways? What were some of the things that really got highlighted in my heart? And then questions. The best sermons, the best devotionals, the best studies, the best podcasts, the best of all the things leave you asking some more questions, wanting to dig deeper. So what are the questions you're wanting to dig deeper on? The back is lined. So here's how I will most likely use it. I will be taking these to church for sermon notes. I will be taking notes like I often do on lined paper in church, and then I will be summarizing those notes or bringing it over main points to the front. Then I have this page throughout the week, throughout a sermon series to go back and dig into and maybe reflect on, which I think is fabulous. So I'm very excited about the faith notes. I actually took a lot of time to think through how I like to do notes, but then I wanted to make it flexible enough to work in some different circumstances because we all learn differently. We all take notes differently. And I think it's important to not be too specific in how you are making or how you're designing something, but to give people some flexibility. So again, we have this one in the 8.5 by 11. Then we have the grande size, which is similar to the classic size Happy Planner. That one is going to be the same layout, just scaled down ever so slightly. This is the size that I take to and from church. So that is the one that I will be using. And then the tall one, I think, is adorable. Faith Notes, kind of the same layout. And again, this is great for those portable days. Maybe you're taking this to a weekly Bible study and you're just wanting to jot down a few notes. You're not wanting to get so engaged in notes that you're missing some of the discussion. Few notes, you're wanting to bring your faith planner with you. This is a fabulous thing to add in to it. So you have your topic, author, series, date, and then all of the same things that we saw earlier, plus the lines on the back. So that is the Faith Notes insert that I designed. I'm super excited about these two inserts. These were highly requested. You guys were asking me to make some faith inserts that kind of took the faith planner that I have designed and worked with for a while and took it another step, which is why I think these are going to be fabulous. Now, the other thing that you all requested a lot were faith dividers, faith themed dividers. And I hesitated and I did not create faith themed dividers, but I created beautiful dividers that if you want to use in your faith planner, that is awesome. If you want to use it in your regular planner because these are beautiful and striking, that is also awesome. You can use it how you see fit. What I love about these dividers, they are printed on a really heavy, thick cardstock, but you can add to them. So for instance, if you're wanting these to be faith themed dividers, why not add a verse right here? Print it out on clear sticker paper, add it on right here. That would be a beautiful way to customize this. Or if you don't want these as a faith theme divider, you may want to include some more pictures on here. You might want to do your own motivational verse. You might want to have the month written out right here. Whatever it is, you're able to customize these, which I think is fabulous. So here are these dividers. They are called the Abstract Sunrise dividers. Abstract Sunrise, because that's what they are. They are different on the front and back, so you can kind of choose which one you like. They come as a set of 6 dividers because I tend to not use all 12 months at the same time. So I think it works really well to have a set of 6 that you can then reuse. These are so pretty. I find the colors breathtaking. I find the artwork breathtaking. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. I have this set of dividers available in all 3 sizes. Let me show you. They're the same images on all the sizes, but let me just show you, look at those. They're all different, but of course they all coordinate. They are just, they scream spring, first of all, because it's this beautiful colors. You can see when I say Abstract Sunrise, then it really starts to pop out what they look like, where that sunrise is. I think these are gorgeous. I think these would be fabulous in a faith planner. I think they would be fabulous in any planner. And I just love that you can reuse them because they're double-sided. There's no calendar on the back like we see with the Happy Planner. And I love that there's still some options to personalize these once you get them, because I think customizing your planner really makes all the difference. All right, now you can see why I am so excited about the month of April organization over on Patreon, a fun new release. This new release is going to go live for all Patreon members on April the 1st. Plus, if you are a Patreon member on one of the rainbow tiers, you actually get a discount code that you can use all month. They love getting to shop early because then you know you're going to get what you are wanting to grab. Some of these will sell out because I have some smaller quantities this month. And then the discount code helps. It kind of like covers a portion of the shipping, which is fantastic. 10% off for Patreon members. So April the 1st for Patreon members, they will release to the public on April the 4th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure to set your alarms, and I will definitely keep you updated on stock and all of that. It's a fun release. It's going to be a fun month. There's so much going on. I will have links down below, links to Patreon and links to my website, which is where you will be able to buy all of these goodies for the public on April the 4th. All right, I am here to answer any and all questions. Make sure to leave them down in the comments below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I want to give a huge shout out to all of my current patrons. You guys just make my world a happy place. Thank you so much for all of your support. I hope that all of you have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.